Sometimes, the most devastating endings aren't the ones that explode in violence, but the ones that whisper their truth so quietly, you don't even realize your heart's breaking until the credits roll. Task's finale didn't end with a bang. It ended with a stillness, the kind that lingers long after the screen fades to black. And somehow, that silence said more than any words ever could. That line, Tom's quiet confession to Kathleen, "Wisdom is knowing what to overlook," might just be the key to understanding why this finale hit so hard. Because Task wasn't just a crime story. It was a meditation on pain, redemption, and the small mercies we grant each other when the world gives us nothing but chaos. From the very beginning, there was something deliberate about this season's pacing. 7 episodes, not the usual 8, not 10. 7. It felt too short for a world this rich, too long for a story this fragile. In some moments, you wish it stretched further, that we could have seen more of the Brandis family, more of the ghosts that haunted them. But maybe that's the point. Task never wanted to give us everything. It wanted to make us feel the weight of what's missing. Because in this world, every silence, every unanswered question, is a scar. When the finale opened, we braced for chaos, and we got it. Maeve's showdown with the Dark Hearts wasn't just brutal, it was beautiful in its own haunting way. The camera lingered not on the violence, but on the emotion behind it, a desperate mother, a woman on the edge of surrender, fighting for the small shred of peace left in her life. And yet, it didn't land like the forest shootout from last week. That scene carried weight, meaning, purpose. This one, while technically brilliant, felt almost hollow, like an echo of something we already lost. Still, the brilliance of Task lies in that contrast. Because between the bullets and betrayals, there's always a conversation about something utterly human: dog walking, forgiveness, or the soft ache of trying to start again. That balance of chaos and calm is what made this finale unforgettable. When the smoke clears, Task reveals itself for what it's always been: a story about consequence. Cliff, Tom, Aaron, they all died chasing a dream they didn't fully understand. Grasso, bleeding and broken, somehow earns redemption. And Maeve, the soul of this story, survives. It's karmic, tragic, and strangely fair. Because this finale reminds us that survival doesn't always mean victory. Sometimes, it just means you've done enough to deserve another sunrise. Perry's death was the breaking point, killed by the very son he tried to save. And even as he bleeds out, he's still begging Jason to run, to live, to do better. It's Shakespearean. It's the kind of heartbreak that defines Task's DNA, where love and destruction are two sides of the same trembling hand. The episode's title, A Still Small Voice, couldn't be more fitting. Because in a world of screaming violence, Task dared to whisper. It's about the courage to speak the truth, even when that truth destroys you. Maeve nearly turns herself in twice. Grasso chooses confession over corruption. And Tom finally decides that silence isn't strength anymore. That's what makes the courtroom scenes so powerful. No grand speeches, no last-minute twist. Just a father reading a letter to the son he both loves and fears. Tom doesn't ask for forgiveness, he offers it. And in that moment, Task becomes something rare for a crime show. It becomes human. By the time Tom finishes repainting Ethan's room, the violence feels like a memory, a ghost fading in daylight. That final image isn't about death or loss. It's about healing. The kind that takes years, maybe lifetimes. Tom isn't trying to erase the past. He's learning to live with it. And when Maeve takes that last photo of Harper, standing in front of the house that witnessed so much pain, it's not a farewell. It's proof that even the darkest stories can end in light. So why did this finale break everyone? Because it didn't try to fix anything. It didn't tie every thread neatly. It didn't give us the closure we thought we wanted. Instead, it gave us something deeper, the messy, painful, unfinished truth. Every death, every mistake, every fleeting moment of kindness built to this. The realization that redemption isn't about erasing what you've done. It's about finding the strength to live with it. And maybe that's why Task hurts so much. Because it reminds us that life, like this show, doesn't always end cleanly. Sometimes it just ends. When we look back on Task, we won't remember every plot twist or inconsistency. We'll remember the feeling, the stillness, the quiet ache that follows when a story stops being a show and becomes a mirror. Task's gentle yet intense finale tied up more than just storylines, it tied up something in us too. It reminded us that truth, forgiveness, and pain often live side by side. And maybe that's what makes it so unforgettable. Some endings don't need to shout. They just need to breathe. And Task did exactly that.